Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, Nigerian family. We're back here again this morning. Yes, the current situation that we all are passing through in Nigeria, that's what we're going to be talking about. Our brother, Stephen, Mr. Ramato, will be taking this by himself. Listen, my people, fuel scarcity has become a very, very big problem in Nigeria right now. As we speak, there's no fuel. As we speak, we don't have lights. So the situation is terrible. Nigerians are struggling. Normally, when there's no light, you buy fuel to power your generator so that you can have light, right? But at the moment, no light, no fuel, no generator, nothing is working. Yes, nothing is working. But I'm going to leave you all to this and listen to our brother, Mr. Ramato, and see what we have to say on this particular situation that is affecting everyone right now in Nigeria. Where this country they go is a question that we all have been asking for so long. But when we speak the truth, you see one or two youths attack us. I want you to continue to ask yourself, why do you attack those who speak the truth? Let's listen to this. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to share and hit the like button.
Yeah, good morning, guys. It's a very quick one this morning. As you see, I'm already at the office because I'm in business. Okay, guys, this is me, your brother, your friend, the human Steven, right here on the show. It's going to be a very fast one, because of time. Time factor is one of the problems that I have right now, that I can't really come out, on our YouTube page because it's a little bit difficult for me to do as a result of the plans that I have, right now at work, in my office. Yesterday I just came out. I drove out from her home, and so okay, let me just run into one of the filling stations around and get petrol for my vehicle. And I got there. I saw that everywhere was already closed down, and I asked the pump attendant, "What is the problem?" He said, "Oga, there's fuel scarcity." I was like, "What? Fuel scarcity? As in fuel scarcity?" She said, "Yes." And that actually got me a little bit upset, because of the way and manner the Nigerian system is actually going. Guys, I've been around now for over a year, and I'm going to tell you guys clearly that we do not have a government. We do not have a system. This is just a free-for-all system in this country. If you live abroad, guys, I know we're a little bit comfortable where we live. I know we're a little bit settled. We feel okay because of the siren that we find ourselves. But guys, the truth of the matter is the more we stay back in under man's land, developing under man's land, the more we're not going to have a land to run back to in the nearest future. I'm serious right now. I was thinking of, okay, I think I would do this, maybe spend 3 months here, return back there, spend 6 months, come back, spend 3 months, and all that and that. But with what I'm saying today, I might live one day and return back here, there is no country. We will not have a country to call our own. We will become fugitives. We will become vagabonds. Will be treated with high level of dismay by the host communities or host countries where we think we're living today. I want us to start resetting our minds, coming home to fight and save the soul of our nation. Many of us, we have acquired wealth, we have acquired knowledge, we have acquired high-level connections. This we need to bring into play at a point in time for us to be able to change. We're not going to do it overnight. But the more we continue working on the faith system in this nation, the more chances we have of having a country in Nigeria that we're proud of. Let me say something before I actually talk about my topic today, guys. I know people are going to say, oh, we need to break Nigeria into pieces. Listen, guys, that is not actually the solution. It's part of the solution, but it is not a permanent solution. A man in Edo State is as corrupt as a man in Anambra. He's as corrupt as a northerner from Kano. He's as corrupt as a westerner from Oyo. How are you going to break away the corrupt mentality that we all are actually possessed over the years of decades in our systems? You understand why sometimes when we talk about, the dismemberment of this nation, I say that's not the solution. The corruption nature is all-round issues in this country. Just because the government announced that at the end of February or so, they are going to actually remove subsidies, that this same group of criminals who are the importers of fuel that have made our refineries to be impossible to function decided to plug the entire nation into this very particular situation we find ourselves today. In the developed country where I actually lived, where most of you live, when there's going to be a hike in price or there's going to be a scarcity of commodities, you are being pre-informed, because the scarcity doesn't just come on them instanter. The marketers are aware, the importers are aware, the NPC is aware, the federal government ought to be aware that there's going to be scarcity of product as a result of ABCD. And the people ought to be communicated to pre-inform them of what is about to happen and how long it's going to take. That is a functioning nation, guys. That is a proactive leadership. But in this country, you just wake up one morning, all filling stations are locked down. The few who decide to open are selling at a very exorbitant prices. These are products that they bought at a cheap price with government subsidies attached to it. But all because they make so much wealth at the detriment of the poor, they decided to up the product and create an artificial scarcity so that they can be able to jack up the price for their selfish interest and benefit. And we have a government that is too lackadaisical in taking decisions to protect the common man on the street. Some of these atrocities happening today in Nigeria cannot happen in Sweden. It's not possible. You'll be sanctioned for creating an artificial scarcity to hike prices. putting the people under so much stress, all because you want to make extra money from the poor. Listen, guys, the most painful part of it is the federal government. I'm very sure the federal government is already bereaved of ideas. They've done all what they have in their system. It's no more functioning. It's no more working. They are done. They've lost touch with reality. Because they live in their own world, a world completely different from which we, the common man, lives in. So therefore, whatsoever that affects the common man today have nothing to do with them. When they were doing what they were doing, they started making examples. Go to Venezuela, go to South Africa, go to America, go to Europe. The price of fear or of spirit, PMS, is more expensive than the price we sell in Nigeria. Then why are we complaining? Blah, 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 blah. They just talk. Trash. I think I need to maybe educate these people a little bit so they understand how a system actually works. What gives room for such a high price of those commodities in these countries? They talk about every time they want to bamboozle us into believing they are trash. Number one, salary difference. We can't compare the minimum wage in these countries with what we have here in Nigeria today. Sweden pay a minimum of 13 to 14 euro per hour. As of today, 13 to 14 euros per hour, about 130 to 140 krona minimum wage in Sweden as of today. I think America is paying about $10 or so per hour. $10 is 5,600 naira per hour. If you work 8 hours in a day, multiply it by 10 euro, you are having 80 euros per hour minimum wage. So 80 euro times 560 as of today, black market rate, you know how much they take home on per day. It is more than the minimum wage salary of a Nigerian worker. So they can actually afford in buying that product at that high cost, because to them the cost is not high, because the living standard is what is used in evaluating the cost of product in any nation. Number two, these products in these countries are actually for the bourgeois, the well-to-do, people that can actually afford it. In Sweden, where I lived, buying a car is not a necessity, it is luxury. Owning a car in Sweden is not a necessity, but it is luxury for you. The reason is the government have provided a subsidized transport system that can cater for all who is unable to buy cars. So there is a functional transport system in these countries. You normally use as an example every time you want to bamboozle us into believing that you are doing us good. Number 3, in Nigeria, today, the lowest, the poorest Nigerian uses PMS on daily basis. Underline, on daily basis. Not for transportation, but actually to run their commerce and industries. So that makes fuel or PMS a necessity in our nation. The truth of the matter is this, food, health, and housing is what is necessities in white man's land. But in Nigeria today, the first necessity is PMS. We don't have constant light. I need fuel to run my generator. At home, in my office, in my industry, or wherever. That makes the commodity today not to be for the bourgeois, but rather for the downtrodden in the society. You see, they just took it like now. This is the stupid Nigeria we're talking about. Okay, guys, you see them, stupid people. Oh God, this country is stupid. You see, guys, you see what I was just talking about right now. Now, I'll be forced now to put on the generator. It's just 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the office. The light has gone off. I will be forced to put on the gen to continue my business. Now, the minute I put on this generator right now, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to hike my cost of running my business. That will also translate into high in cost of selling my products to the wholesalers. That will not translate into high in cost of the wholesalers now selling to the final consumers. So at the end of the day, the government of this country is not thinking, why should we just have to, hike the price of this product, knowing fully well that every Nigerian actually needed PMS to survive. And the worst part of it are the devilish marketers and importers. They've completely made our refineries not to work in order for them to continually impoverish the people to their advantage. Many of these people call themselves marketers today. Go check the license that were given to them. That really gave them license to start a refinery, not to go and import from abroad. The license they had was a license for them to start a refinery in Nigeria that the passenger actually gave to them. But rather than them investing into refineries, they are going through the cheapest, easiest way out, which is they run abroad to their refinery that they've used our stolen money to build. They refine the product there. They take our product from the sea. Through bunkering. They take it to their refineries, wherever it is overseas. Refine the product, at no cost for them because they own the refinery, bring the product back to Nigeria, inflate the price, government pays subsidies on them, and they also go to their fuel stations and increase the prices. That is why today every Nigerian is building filling stations at every corner. Come to Benin, my brothers, and see the numbers of filling stations that have sprang up in the last 1 year. Come here and see the numbers of filling stations of different names and kinds that have sprang up in the last 1 year. Because that is the easiest way now for them to actually make money at the detriment of the poor people. I'm calling on the diasporas. It is high time we sit up. Let's join hands together and fight these people to a standstill. I said it before. Somebody said it's not going to be possible. Listen, guys, the only way we can change the narrative is to take over the leadership of this nation from this devilish government. Many of us, I know many of us are so corrupt that lives abroad, but a few of us actually have the heart of the people to do everything to return back and save what is left of this nation before it goes into total collapse. I can live comfortable right now in any man's land, knowing fully where my country is on fire. No one sleeps when his house is on fire. Our nation is on fire. Our state is on fire. We are about to go into a very terrible situation if it is not properly managed. You know, we think God don't bite. Listen, guys, God do bite sometimes. The moment you push a goat to the wall and he has no way to go to, it will turn back. You know that goat really do bites. And the moment we get to that level, we will understand what we are talking about. It is high time we Nigerians should wake up. Let's speak up. Particularly those of us in diaspora. They fear us. They respect us. They know the economy of this nation is in our hands. They know how much we contribute to the development of this nation. If we speak, they will listen. Let's unite. Let's defend this nation. Let's defend our states. Let's make an exemplary example for others to follow. We can't continue living like this. Today, all the filling stations are locked down. All the filling stations are locked down. What do you think is going to happen to workers going to work today? Whose salary was 30,000 naira as at it last month? Who has already budgeted maybe 150 naira, on their road to wherever they are going to? Today, they will just wake up in the morning and get to the bus station. They will tell them that the price has increased to 300 naira, 100% increment. This was never in their budget. So how do you expect them to survive to the end? Even when the government, who ought to have understood this and make a provision for them, won't do that. You see, the reason why corruption will not end in our, establishment and government parastatals is as a result of this unnecessary, a sudden hike in price of products. When this happens, the people who are involved, who had already had a plan for their budget, will find a way to sustain themselves to the end of the month. The government begin to complain. Oh, there is high corruption in this society. The workers are not working. How do you expect people to work right now, guys? When I originally budgeted 150, 300 per day, I'm going to pay 600 naira now. From my 30,000 naira, monthly salary. How? 600 times 20 days. That is 12,000 naira from my 30,000 naira monthly salary. I'm going to buy lunch. I have to pay my children's school fees. I have to pay my house rent. I have to take off my medical bills. I have to take off my wife. I have to support my husband. I have to take off my aged mother. I have to take off my aged father, and all that and that. I already had a plan out that the extra 115 naira, the extra 300 naira I'm spending on daily basis now, it has already been a month for all these other expenditures. And suddenly, it was taken away from me as a result of the failure of the government. And they now want me to only now become the one who's going to suffer for it. This is where corruption actually begins, in the lowest cadre in the office. The permanent secretaries, the commissioners, the governors, the SAs, the presidency, and all that, they have a designated filling station inside their government houses where they buy fuel, or where they take, no, they don't even buy, they go and take fuels. Even at the highest prices, they don't pay a dime to get their tank filled. At the detriment of the people. So guys, you will understand, we all need to wake up. This country is drifting. It's already a banana republic, but it's drifting into becoming an animal farm, animal kingdom, where it will not become a free for all. The way things are happening in this country actually gets people like me scared. My advice to those of us in diaspora, let us wake up. Let us too feel comfortable in another man's land. There's no place like home. Home is always home. We can join hands together, make a difference, leave our name in the test of time. Let people remember us for the fight we fought to bring about sanity into our nation and our state. Thank you guys. Until next time again. Bye for now.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you once again. Thanks for joining us. Yes, that's the current situation that everyone is passing through right now in Nigeria. The fuel scarcity, the Nigerian government, remember, whenever they are close to living power, this is what they do to us. I want you all to watch this video for a little while before we go. Thank you, my people.
Nigeria's major cities of Lagos, Abuja and Port Harcourt are currently facing fuel scarcity as queues have returned to petrol stations. Although officials of the Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority are yet to speak on the situation, Arise sources attributed this to a reported importation of contaminated fuel by a cargo ship which had forced a directive to halt the sales of the bad fuel. One of the independent petroleum marketers who confirmed the development to Arise News said marketers have been advised not to sell the product, especially those that loaded their supplies from the affected vessel. There's an estimated 100 million litres of the contaminated fuel in circulation, and those familiar with the matter say that it may take a while to recall the bad product. Some consumers have taken to social media to lament that their vehicle engines have been badly damaged by the contaminated fuel. And joining us now from the Lagos mainland for an update on the fuel crisis is our...
So now, who to blame on this contaminated fuel? Who should we blame ourselves? Our engines have been damaged. Should we be blaming ourselves or to blame the Nigerian government? Normally, if this happened in the Western world, the government will be responsible for any damages that happen to your car. But in Nigeria right now, who to blame? There's no light, there's no fuel to power the generator. The life is so difficult right now for the commoners in Nigeria. Now you see some of our youth are already clamoring for Tinubu to come as a president. What a shame. Yes, what a shame.
Arise correspondent Oba Adeoye, and here on the island is Arise correspondent Adefemi Akisanya. Oba and Adefemi, welcome to the program. Bring us up to speed. Let's start with you, Oba. Tell us what's going on where you are.
Now I am in Ikeja, very close to the computer village along Oba Akran Avenue, and here is the fuel station here, and you can see a crowd behind me. Most of them are, struggling to get the product in a jerry can. And just moments ago, before you joined me, the fuel attendant that any moment from now that the supply, they will run out of supply, and you can see a little scuffle here. Even the motorists are unable to buy fuel here. Just a few of them are getting the opportunity to buy fuel into their cars, as a crowd of people here with the jerry cans are not creating a space for that. And in other places that we have visited this morning, the situation is almost the same thing, just that in some of those places we don't have as much jerry cans as we have right here with us, while in some other filling stations there is no activity at all. The stations are under lock and keys.
Okay, yes. This is what we all are passing through right now in Nigeria. I just want you all to know, to bring this to your awareness. Please share, like, our videos for others to see what we're doing. Thank you very much, my people. Let me acknowledge you all right here. I can say, Sir Francis right there. Good morning to you. Faith, I say, I see you right there. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora. Good morning to you, Mommy. Thanks for joining us. I can see you right there. Thanks for joining us. Good morning. Bishop Akire, you are there. Good morning. Thanks very much, every one of you, for joining us. And thanks to you all that's going to play back this video later on. Thank you. Please help us to share, like our video all times. Thank you. We'll come back again later on. Take care and bye for now.